Well, hey everyone, welcome back to another market closing update. We've got an incredible movement here on on Robinhood. Robinhood up 45%. It's been one heck of a day for the stock. Went as high as almost $80 this morning, then $74 later in the day. EXPI is almost at $47, is up 35%. It's such incredible frenzied movement that a lot of talk. A lot of the talk right now on the street is that a lot of the momentum that was in AMC and GME is potentially moving to Robinhood, which is just so ironic because the AMC GME movement was almost standing counter to the Robinhood platform. So some incredible movements here. We've got AMC moving down to almost that 28.81 support line. Look at that. We actually fell down to 29.81, which is within $1 of that lower support line here on AMC. We'll see how that develops. Let's go into 5-minute here and just look at AMC in the day. Yeah, it looks like we kind of bounced off 29.81 right here. We are slowly recovering here, getting those higher lows coming in. A little bit of a wedge pattern there, so we'll see if that ends up pushing us down to that 28.81 level again. We have, obviously, and what's incredible is at the same sort of moment as we saw Robinhood take off, we really saw AMC sell off. You almost went from one to the other. Let's go ahead and jump on over to Robinhood here and just compare. So here's Robinhood. You've got, well, I guess it maybe doesn't align as perfectly, but it's pretty clear here that you've got, hold on a second here. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so maybe not a perfect alignment there here, but clearly on the day, Robinhood having this incredible movement to the upside here. We saw this madness this morning. It's just been growing intraday, which is incredible. We might bounce off the VWAP here, which is right around the 65.35 level. We're sitting at 66.76 right now, so we'll keep an eye on Robinhood. But boy, what a day for Robinhood. Remember, in the private markets, this was selling for as much as $60 a share. Obviously, it has sold multiple times. It's sold in the 30s. It's sold in lower levels. It's sold in many places. But it sold as high as $60 in the pre-market. So now sitting at 66. Pretty incredible. I think the valuation is starting to get a little bit stretched. Thinking about dropping in a video later, a little bit on the valuation of Robinhood and explaining kind of what you're investing in if you're a hodler. Obviously, is a very different kind of momentum play compared to GME and AMC, given that with GME and AMC, you've got a little bit more of potential pressure of COVID pressures. That is, COVID can even Delta potentially could lead to pain in AMC and GME, which is potentially why we're seeing at least some level of pain in those. They are still recovery stocks, right? Even though they've got massive momentum in there, they're still recovery style stocks. Whereas Robinhood is actually kind of stock that kind of does well during the pandemic, along with some of the other tech plays that we see, like for example SoFi, Robinhood. We'll talk more about those maybe later, thinking about making a video on those. But for right now, let's take a look at some of the other headlines that are going on here. First of all, HUD 8 mining now up 7.25%. And even though they mine, they're mostly focused on Bitcoin mining, which Bitcoin's moving up almost to 40,000 here. We've got a nice 4.62% gain here. Take a look at Ethereum, doubling the gain here in the last 24 hours of Bitcoin. Ethereum, killing it here. Some talk about the fork coming up tomorrow, sort of a large update on Ethereum, which is garnering a lot of excitement at the same time as Bitcoin is moving up. I'm not super familiar with that yet, although that's something else that I'm also looking into for a video for later, so stay tuned. We want to talk about that fork in Ethereum. We want to talk a little bit about Robinhood's valuation, so we want to take a peek at these things. Now, this is an incredible movement so far. We're nicely above the 2,500 level, which is a support level for Ethereum. We'll see if Ethereum ends up running back to some of the higher levels that we've had. I don't have a lot of levels between 2,500 and 3,700, mostly because look at what happened last time. we just had this insane run and then collapse. So that was, of course, in May when Ethereum was just going nuts. So we'll see what happens here, but sitting at 26.92 right now. How's ADA doing? Go ahead and grab that. And let's see here. There we go. And we have, there we go. Okay, so let's go to ADA USD. There we go, sitting at about 137. Of Bitcoin and Ethereum, actually gaining the least in the last 24 hours here. Only up about 2.6% right there, along with Dogecoin. DocuSign back to $300 a share. Actually, just got a little bit of a volume spike here towards the end of the day. It's possible that as folks start prepping for potential, COVID stocks again, you could maybe see companies like DocuSign, or even I wonder Zoom run again. It'd be interesting to see if we started seeing Zoom go up again. It's over 400. Yeah, look at that. Over 400 again. Go to the day chart here. Thing ran under 300 in this sort of collapse as basically we saw sort of the end of COVID 1.0 at the end of last year. And boy, oh boy, look at it just surge back once talk of Delta really came around. Talk of Delta really started right here when they reported earnings first week of June. And I mean, boy, what a move here. 50-day moving average just straight up. Of course, recently here, a little bit of a rotation back to the downside. But that is right here in the middle of July. I wonder if this is approximately when we started seeing UK go down before we started getting our cases come up, but who knows? So, all right, then we have, wow, full 35% here on EXPI, just incredible. We've got Robinhood sitting at 41% to the upside, $66. Kind of been vacillating around 70, 68, 70. Let's see here. Someone says they loaded up on Robinhood and Tesla. Let's go take a peek at Tesla. Yeah, late next year on a 25,000. Good luck. Okay, yeah, lots of spammers. All right, well, that's exactly why we do member chat. So you can thank that person. Okay, so Tesla 713. I mean, this is barely a move today. Tesla, the EVs, they need some love. I think they'll get their love. Just have to be patient. Now, something to consider is we do have Etsy reporting earnings today. In fact, let's go ahead and pull up and see what other earnings we have today. Earnings. And remember, Pinterest did not do well. So today's Wednesday. Wednesday the 4th. We have Roku, Etsy, Uber, Fastly, Lemonade, all reporting today. Oh, man. How's Lemonade doing pre-earnings? Oh, Roblox is up 5% as well. Nice. This is why I just prefer having shares. You don't have any of the crazy stress of earnings. But I don't know. I might Etsy and Lemonade. Oh, I don't know. I've got Redfin as well. These are some leftover calls that I have. This morning I did execute. What do we do? I don't know. A bunch of two call contracts this morning. Two different sets of trades this morning in Stocks and Psychology of Money. So if you're in Stocks and Psychology of Money, make sure to check that out. This video, alternatively, in addition to my course, is also sponsored by public.com. So go to public.com/meetkevin to make sure you get yourself one totally free stock, linked in the description down below. But let's take a focus here at some headlines that we have and see if there are any things that we really want to move on. Hold on a sec. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. U.S. stocks fall. All right, yeah, let's take a look at some of the latest Fed commentary we've got here. All right, so Vice Chair Clarida mentioned that rates could rise by 2023, and mixed economic data for July showed U.S. companies adding far fewer jobs than expected. Yeah, these are two separate thoughts. That's a weird long sentence that they have there, but those are, yeah, these are two separate thoughts. Okay, good. The yield on the 10-year fell to a 1.3 before rising to nearly 1.2. Okay, here we go. Clarida said the central bank was on track to begin interest rate hikes in 2023 with a possible taper announcement later this year. Sorry, one sec. Okay, I want to cover this a little bit more. Give me one sec. There we go. All right, that's good. Sorry, I had to fix something. Okay. The comments came after hints the U.S. Treasury may cut bond sales this fall. Yeah, we did see that. And an ADP employment report was at odds with record ISM services index growth, indicating persistent hiring challenges despite improvements in the economy. This ADP employment report, we talked about this morning. It's going to be crazy to see what happens on Friday. 5:30 a.m. Friday, California time, so 8:30 Eastern time. Set your clock. I'll be live. I'll cover it. But we'll look at that the employment report. We'll see how many jobs were added in July. And boy, the ADP was a big fat miss. Coming in at, what was it, 330,000 or whatever, as opposed to the 650 consensus. It's a huge miss. So we'll see what happens. Yes, and certainly not going to help any kind of employment reports or expectations around employment reports if we actually keep talking about maybe, what's it called? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, anyway. All right, we'll keep focusing here. So, okay, S&P fell a little bit. GM missed. Okay, after lose. Yeah, okay. All right, kind of got this here. Volatility has been really high over the past 18 months. Yeah, but it's also been falling like crazy if you look at the options market. All right, this is just sort of a summary here. Okay, nothing fun here. Yeah, those job numbers, big. 5:30, set your clock. I'll be live, and we'll cover them, and we'll see what happens. See how the market moves on them. Right now, Robinhood trending back towards the upside. I'm kind of shocked by this. I think valuation starts getting a little rich starts getting a little rich over $70. But wow, EXP 36.27%. It's been a great stock that we've held in Stocks and Psychology and Money. SoFi 8% today. That one's been beautiful. We want to see this one run back to $20 pretty quickly. Well, we'll see what happens here, especially if we go into more of these Delta fears. Which, if you have not yet watched my video about the recipe for disaster, I highly encourage you watch the recipe for disaster video. Anyway, with the rise in crypto, we are seeing Coinbase start going up again, back to 241. Still a long ways from where it was when it IPO'd. Probably one of the more painful IPOs, but they make money. They crank. So I am personally excited about Coinbase. All right, let's see if we can get some other headlines here. Yep. All right. Kids are dying from COVID. Why aren't we vaccinating them more? Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, we've got car makers to join Biden, roll out emissions cuts, EV sales goal. Okay. Okay. Robinhood catches its own meme stock spotlight with a wild 135% surge. Yeah. All right. Matt Levine, SEC has its eye on crypto. We talked about that yesterday. I don't know if they're going to tell us anything new. We covered this yesterday. If this is just going to be talk about, let's see here, things we already heard, then maybe that's not so exciting. Crypto, very broad. Okay, here's the speech from Gary Gensler. We checked that out yesterday already. Pro-regulation, 3-part mission. Protect investors, facilitate capital formation, and maintain fair, orderly, efficient markets. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Gensler argues now. I should say separately. Gensler. I think most of the things he's worried about. Okay. So this particular person who says he was trained as a securities lawyer seems to be trying to debate the topic about whether or not cryptos are securities. I think that is where the debate is. That's the biggest debate. I mean, I personally believe that. I mean, look, obviously crypto investors want to hear that they're treated as commodities or currencies even. But a lot of crypto coins trade like stocks. So, but then again, hey, so do currency sometimes. You get the ups and downs. So I guess it'll be interesting to see where that debate goes. I don't know if it's worth us getting into the weeds of that right now. Okay, Amazon's COVID dilemma. Mandate vaccinations and risk losing workers. The company has kept many virus skeptics in its warehouse ranks and needs to retain employees amid a tight labor market. Yeah, I mean, that's some leverage. It's almost like leverage against mandates. Yeah. All right. So we are. Hold on a sec. Let's see. Delta variant rips through many of the states where Amazon has warehouses, but the company says employees have plenty of other ways to get tested. Load the test. Okay, and nobody likes getting COVID tested. How to keep facilities COVID-free without sparking a mutiny amongst workers. See, they have a problem of like large numbers. They have so many employees. It's incredible. Rapid advancement. Gradual loosening of safety restrictions for hundreds of thousands of workers in warehouses and a return of most of the company's office workers for at least 3 days a week beginning in September. Company could follow Walmart with some kind of mask mandate for its hourly workers, but there was no sign such a plan was on the table during the earnings conference last week. It'll be interesting. Definitely don't want to see pictures of people getting the shot. Anyway, let's jump back over to the sticks. No one's business, one worker says, who requested anonymity, saying he's unvaccinated and has had COVID. No one deserves to know about my medical history. This is a very like HIPAA argument. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull off this. It's an interesting argument though, to think that companies themselves are struggling because you want more workers, you don't want people getting COVID, so you think, oh well, we could just do vax mandates. Yeah, but then you might lose 20-30% of your employees, and what would you rather? I mean, in some sense there's an argument of, hey, if you don't want COVID, then get the vaccine and wear a mask, and sort of put it on everybody else individually, right? Or is it the company's responsibility? I don't know. I guess that's where the debate is. All right, let's go to Webull. Gosh, GM now down 8.66%. Alfie 9%. SunPower down 9.25%. AMC, interestingly, even though, thanks, Drew. Even though we have seen these falls here in AMC, yesterday the AMC options were juicier than they are today, which I thought was very interesting. Yesterday we were looking, for example, at some of these AMC $30 options for even October expirations, and selling some puts on them was very juicy yesterday. Let's see, $8,000 on 30, basically $30,000. So 8 divided by 30. Yeah, now it's about 26. I mean, I guess it's okay. I feel like we lost a few percent here, even though pricing went down. You'd think that selling put contracts would be a little better, but nope, not today. It's the funny way options pricing works sometimes. But anyway, yeah, so not as juicy anymore if you were to sell either puts or sell calls. Oh wow, it even just dropped even more. 6,100 as opposed to the 8,000. Whatever. Anyway, so not so jazzed about those. I mean, if I were going to be like, I really want to buy the dip on AMC, what if you went down to 25s? Yeah, that gives you about 12-13% or something like that. All right. So, all right. What else? Let's see here. We touched on Hood a little bit, just that I think the valuation is stretchy. And I'm very curious about where this market will go tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a big tell. The reason I think tomorrow is going to be a big tell is because you've got a stock that has clearly taken momentum by storm, right? You had a normal moving stock at first, and then all of a sudden you have this takeoff here. And sometimes these sorts of runs can just keep going. Could this be $100 stock? Sure. I mean, volume is still rising, and that's what's incredible here. I mean, let's go to the day so far and just look at volume on the day. This is the highest volume we have had and the highest prices we've had. We've had 164 million of volume. We had like half of that yesterday at 89 million. We had, oh my gosh, a fraction before that at 19 million. And on IPO day, we had 102 million, which on IPO day, we've got about 50% more volume today than IPO day. Woo. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, usually, let's go look at some other momentum. Usually, when the volume starts falling, it doesn't fall substantially immediately. But let's take a look over here. So you usually get like a slowdown. So here's AMC in June, right? So look at the volume chart that you have here on AMC in June. You had these incredible surges where you have like this double of volume, but then you actually have volume kind of stabilize a little bit and price still going up. And it's usually amidst the volume bumps that you really have the price moving up or to the upside again. So I'm curious to see what will happen here. Let's go to GME. Let's look at GME's volume bumps and if we ever have any big sudden drop-offs in volume. Yeah, I mean, like, look, here you had a big drop-off in volume, right? But the stock kept going up after that surge of volume. It wasn't until we actually had higher volume and then sell pressure volume that it went down. Same thing over here. Look at that. Big volume. Then all of a sudden volume went down, 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 down. But the price kept going up, 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 up. Same thing over here. Big volume, stock volume, doubles, triples, 10x's, 20x's, whatever. Stays stable. Highest price actually comes on lower volume days sometimes. Now, one that did fall quickly is Mmat. Let's take a look at this one. This one had a quick plummet. Here's an example of a quick volume plummet. See, here you had, but still, even here, look, volume went from 129 million to 26 million. That's like 100 million gone. That's crazy. That's most of that. What is that, like 90% gone or something like that? Maybe not that much, like 80% gone, 80, 85, whatever. Anyway, volume plummets. But the stock actually holds on and still ends up green. Well, let's see here. Hold on. The closing was here at 8.6. And I mean, it still closed a little low because these are the average candlesticks. Let me get off the average because that is a red candlestick. Would make sense otherwise. There we go. So we had our volume plummet here. The stock only lost 14% on that kind of volume plummet. Now, unfortunately, the stock just continued to bleed. But then we had the real run in June. And look at this. Volume goes from 8 million to 132 million. Price jumps. All these big volume bumps. 200 million volume. Massive bumps. Yeah, Mmat is an example. Mmat's probably the biggest example of a quick drop after momentum. 29% the next day. So Mmat's got a good example of that. Something like that could happen to Robinhood. But if I look at GME, AMC, we tend to have much more of a slow decline after. Sometimes even an increase after a decline. See, slow declines here, slow decline here, increase, increase, increase. Wasn't until we got more volume here to push us down. Looking at the normal candlesticks now. Price is up, up, up. Big volume. Smaller drop. There's the larger drop. Another day in between. So we'll see if the momentum movement gives us time. GME for a second. Okay. So go to GME. Volume, volume, volume. Again, same thing. Volume drop. Well, gosh, this looks just like AMC. Or was I on GME? Let me make sure I got AMC really quick. Yeah, no, okay, we covered this. Anyway, you should get the idea. Let's go back to the average candlesticks and see what else is going on. It's very hard to know what'll happen with Robinhood tomorrow. I think the after hours will be a little bit of an indicator because volume's going to plummet in the after hours, and directionally it'll be interesting. Ooh, dear. Yeah, I get new coffee going. It'll be very interesting to see directionally which way Robinhood goes tomorrow. I mean, if this thing keeps going up, wow, I don't know. Like, it's going to get to that point where it's like, okay, how hard is it going to crash? But it got the momentum movement today. So good for them. All right. Let's take a listen in over here to Citi's call for a 10% correction. What do we got here?
More acute way than we anticipated and for a longer duration than we anticipated. That too will strain productivity and keep those inflationary pressures in place. And so whereas before I looked across the board and thought consensus was light for everything, now I'm starting to look at some sectors and wonder if consensus isn't too high.
How do you read the economic data we're getting in that context? ADP was a miss, raising maybe some concerns about the big jobs report on Friday, and yet services are expanding at a record pace.
You know, it really depends on how the Fed is going to use that data, right? We had 9 million openings the last 2 months, record openings, which is indicative of the fact that we actually don't have a supply of jobs problem.
You know what's really interesting is this headline there says Citi calls for a 10% direction. What's also really kind of creepy is when I Google Citi 10% correction. Look at this. Citi strategist says 10% correction in stocks is very plausible. This is from February 16th, which was literally right before the crash. That's crazy. That is kooky. Our current caution reflects several factors, including jubilant sentiment readings, stretched valuation levels, and slipping earnings revision momentum. And slipping earnings revision momentum. Okay, that's a weird word. With limited upside, even to others' bullish targets, a neutral stance is realistic. Oh, they were right. Maybe not necessarily for like the S&P 500. But they were right for regular stocks, like certainly tech. And then after tech sold down, we saw the recovery stocks move down. I don't see the latest headline where they're talking about this 10% sell-off, though. That was just a headline that was just aired there on CNBC, so I don't see an article related to that. So keep an eye on that. Although maybe I could find it here in Bloomberg. Let's take a quick peek here. So if I go Bloomberg, Citi, okay, individual company news. I doubt it. That's worth looking though. No, Citi correction. Oh, got it. Calling for 10%. Calling for 10% correction. Oh, this is somebody just covering that. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Citi are all calling for a 10% correction. Okay. Oh, never mind. Okay. So let's go back to sticks here. I have to say I am looking for opportunities, and it's been rough to find them. I have been finding opportunities in options that I have or ones that I'm selling. Some really good ones. Of course, we've been posting those as usual in Stocks and Psychology Money, which if you have not yet, make sure to check out the programs linked down below and use that 40% off Stop the Bullshit coupon code. Yeah, looking at selling calls has been really a big thing for me right now. Selling calls and puts, actually. AMC now down 10.64%. I think getting down to this 28.81 level is a potential. Right now, though, it seems like we're really dancing around this specific $30 line, which kind of makes sense. We've had multiple touches here at 30. It's just a round even number. It's kind of like a basic trade move, like, oh yeah, 30. Right? People set their limits around 30, even numbers. And you had a couple slight breaks here, touch over here. So I suppose it's pretty weak, but you may as well mark it. Okay. There we go. Let's mark it as pretty weak. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Let's see here. Looking at some of the other pain. I do like generally looking at pain. Blue Apron. Are you serious? Blue Apron is this low? Let me go out on the day chart here. Holy moly. What happened to Blue Apron? Oh my gosh. Look at when they were hot. When they were like a momentum stock. No way. Oh my gosh. Blue Apron used to be $165. and now the darn thing is like $2 or $4. What is it? $4 right now. Oh my gosh. Now I don't know anything about Blue Apron, but that's a years-long downtrend. Oh man. All right, Emrin. Oh, Emrin's almost back to reality. Geez, Emrin was one of those that this was a classic momentum move. Let's see how long it took for that volume to go away. And I worry the same thing is true here at Robinhood. But look at that. Big volume spike, small volume spike, big volume spike, big volume spike. And the stock actually just kept going until volume like fully evaporated right here. And then once volume evaporated, it was go time. Down 20%. It was a 16%, 27%. Ugh. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, momentum can be so painful. You know, I didn't see it at the time, but, you know, I always like to be transparent about the past. This was clear momentum, right? Here's Lucid. This was all momentum right here. This sort of tumor, so to speak, all momentum. And I do think that the private market is probably correct that around $60 might be a fair valuation. I would say maybe $50 to $60 is probably somewhere where Robinhood should be. This $69 is a little stretchy, you know. Okay, if this ends up going nutso, and I mean even more nutso than it has, but I'm talking about like valuation nutso wise, where all of a sudden Robinhood's like $100 billion market cap or something insane like that. First of all, Robinhood should sell some shares if that happened. They should issue some shares and raise some capital if that happened. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary right now, although I wouldn't put it past them to do that. Take advantage of some of the momentum. Although, I mean, that could kind of be a little bit of a slap in the face to the momentum traders. But I mean, if this thing ran up to like $80, $90, $100, oh my gosh, it would just be nuts. But volatility is crazy right now. Like people trying to buy call options right now. I don't know. I think there's a lot of hopium in that, and a lot of hopium getting priced in. My gosh, if I wanted to buy a call right now at $60 for November, my gosh, I'd be paying $24.20. You gotta be kidding me. $24. That's like paying $84 a share right now. Pricey. Ways to take advantage of that, by the way. We talked about that earlier today in the stocks group. AMC down 11%. It keeps going. But I'm telling you, the options volatility is not. We got about 3 minutes to the closing bell, by the way. The options pricing just, it was good yesterday. It just kind of evaporated. Let's see. If I go in here and I go for $30 sell put, 6,000 on 30K for September. If we go to December, it's about, that's better. 94.50 on a December 30. That's better. That's 30,000, and then I would get 9,450. Sell put at 30. That's 31% for December. That's not horrible. Go to 25 brings you down to 6,000. Okay. Ugh, painful downtrend though. Even Voyager Digital, yikes. Build-A-Bear down 6.83%. Not in most of these. Actually, I don't think I'm in any of these over here, with the exception of what I promised in AMC. Not in these. Lucid, yeah, LCID. I do have sold puts in Lucid. Looking at the top here, Robinhood back over 70. What a swing, y'all! Holy moly. Okay. Then we've got EXPI, Voyager Digital, SoFi. SoFi killed it today. 8.58, which I suppose that's where it's worth mentioning that I did also let's see, take a look at this. Hold on a sec. Before the bell here, I do have, this is my public portfolio, like literally public.com. You could go to public.com/meetkevin and you could follow me. You could download their app and sign up for a free stock. Public always likes you to know that unlike other brokers, they do not sell your data. And they make it really easy. Now, they don't do options, but they make it really easy to buy and sell shares. And I think the community aspect of it is really neat, where if you're looking to like, oh, now I'm going into recovery, now I'm going to this and buying the dip on this or whatever, they show your gain or your loss. And so it makes it really cool and transparent. So yeah, make sure to get your free stock at metkevin.com/public or click the link down below in the description. All right, let's listen to the bell and then let's talk earnings. So we got some big earnings here coming up.
Technology and communication services are strong, but utilities, consumer staples, and energy, those are the three worst performing. Actually.
All right, Sarah. As usual, I cannot hear you, so I will say it. The Dow is down almost a full percent at 0.93%. The Russell 2000 down 1.23%. NASDAQ Technology is actually up 0.13%. And the S&P 500 is down almost 0.5% at 0.46. Now, folks, it is time for some big earnings. Oh, it's going to be fun. So I know some of you like BNGO genomics, so we'll go ahead and cover BNGO. We have Roku. This is a Kathy Woodstock. We have Etsy. I'm nervous about Etsy. Okay, look, Pinterest fell, Amazon fell, so I'm kind of expecting Etsy to fall. Now, I really don't want it to fall because I have call options on them. I have leaps on them, but I kind of want some big tendies too. So I decided to hold on to them. I have a ton of shares of Etsy as well. It's a big position for me. We got Uber coming up as well. I've closed a lot of options recently. I've taken a lot of tendies out. 2 alerts came out today as well. And I just had to leave something in the ring, something in the fight. And right now, that's actually Etsy and Lemonade I still have in the fight, along with Tesla, Neo, and some others. So anyway, today is an insane amount of earnings. I don't know how I'm going to be able to cover all of these fast, but we have Lemonade, Fastly, Etsy, Uber, Roku, BNGO. Ooh, I'm nervous. It's gonna be. Was there Win too? Are you serious? EA reports today. Win reports today. Are you serious? How am I going to cover all of this? I'm not going to be able to cover them all at the same time, I don't think. All right. Oh, gosh. Win is already out. Okay, well, that's good. Win reports a loss per share of 1.12. That's a beat on Win. They expected a loss of 1.54. Operating revenue comes in on a beat. $990 million versus an estimate of $915. That is a beat and a beat. That's a double beat right there. I do not have projections, but so far that is a double beat on Win. Good job, Win. Win needed that. The thing fell to like $93 or something like that. And yeah, it's honestly, I think it's the best hotel chain you've got down on the Strip. I really like Win. Okay, hold on. EA is out. EA just came out. EA comes in with EPS of a beat, 79 cents versus 62 estimated. We had EPS coming in at 640 for this fiscal year, and the estimate was 645. That's a slight miss on guidance, but that's a beat on the bottom line. And let's see here. Forecast. Okay, hold on. Revenue was also a beat. Revenue was 1.34 billion versus the estimate of 1.29. And the forecast is actually, that's a bottom line beat on forecast. So beat on forecast, beat on EPS, beat on revenue. That's a triple beat on EA. So EA did very well here. Win did very well. Okay, waiting now for Fastly, Uber, Etsy, Lemonade, Roku. Roku just in. Roku beat 645.1 versus an estimate of 613. That's a beat on Roku. I wonder how they're moving right now. Let's see. So Roku, let's take a peek here. Oh, Roku, even on a beat, it's down hard. It's down like 7%. That's crazy. You've got Win up 1%. What's the scoop on Roku? Because Roku beat. Yeah, net revenue comes in at 645. There must be something else in the shareholder letter that I haven't looked at yet or seen yet. Something that people were looking for, the algorithms were looking for. But I don't know Roku that much. After results, let me look at the shareholder letter really quickly since we're waiting on earnings on some of these other ones. But shareholder letter for Roku. Roku delivered strong second quarter, exceptional performance, key results. Here we go. Key results, net total revenue up 81%. Gross profit was up 130. Active accounts was an increase of 1.5 million. Active accounts reached 55.1. Maybe they just didn't grow enough as much as people thought they would. I don't know because I don't know Roku. But that's interesting. So I'm curious after a beat why they would fail like that. So who are they covering right now? They're going to cover EA. Okay, we already covered EA. So we're waiting right now for Etsy. Uber. Okay, hold on. Uber just came out. This is a massive, massive post here. Okay, Uber comes in. Oh, wait, that's way worse than expected. On net, EBITDA loss of 509 million. They were expecting to lose 324 million. Much bigger loss. Wait, Uber. Okay, but Uber sees loss going down to 95.4 million in the third quarter. Okay, revenue, gross bookings beat slightly, 21.9 versus 20.93 billion. Okay, revenue came in at 3.93 billion versus 3.72, and shows signs of pulling out of slump. Okay, so we grew monthly active users by 3% quarter over quarter. 101 million active monthly active users now. That's incredible. Active merchants grew 60% year over year. 750,000 merchants. So that would be drivers, I imagine. Okay, monthly average per customer spend is $72 per month, up $10 year over year and $6 per quarter. Very interesting. But the loss exceeding that estimate, that's a big extra loss there. Etsy comes in. Ooh, slight beat. Oh, Etsy crashes. I knew I should have gotten out of the option. Oh well, that happens. Amazon and Pinterest did it. Like we knew that was gonna happen, but didn't listen. Oh well. EPS comes in at 68 cents. The year over year was 75 cents, so that's a little bit down. And revenue, unfortunately, barely beats. So then we have C's quarter three revenue coming in also slightly below 500 to 525 million versus the estimate of 527. So that's a miss, and miss. Burn. Etsy burns to the ground. Let's see if Lemonade does the same thing. Still waiting on Fastly. BNGO. Okay, the report came out, but there's no breakdown on it, unfortunately. Strong quarter to cap off the first half, we believe. Most transformative periods in BNGO history, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, I don't have a breakdown of this one. Key business highlights. No, you just have to read through their press release, sadly. Total revenue was 3.9 million, up to 26%. Gross margin was 37%, up from 33%, primarily due to a shift in sales. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about BNGO, unfortunately. Roku supply conditions, shipping constraints, increased costs. Okay, I was curious why all of a sudden they were falling. It must have been their bottom line because their revenue beat. Revenue beat on that one. Fastly just announced. I also don't have a summary on that, but it did drop 13%. That's not good. So Win did well. EA was a triple beat. Still waiting on Lemonade right now. Yeah, Fastly's getting crushed. Etsy's getting crushed. It's the same thing that happened last quarter. Should have known. Oh well. Let's go to the stocks here. Am waiting for Lemonade. Win's basically flat right now, which is crazy. Robinhood is still up, which is also crazy. Etsy's down 12% right now. Dang. And it's like, it's just over, what is it, $200. And it's like, oh, it's over $200. We should sell the options. Like, nah, we'll wait. Idiot. Oh, well. They'll be back. Etsy's great. Pinterest dropping more on that. Not a surprise. All of them kind of trade together. How's Amazon doing? Amazon barely moves in the after hours, but 0.06. Okay. Uber down about 6.2%. Fastly's down about 10.3% as well here. I don't know what CSI Compressico is or whatever, but that one's down 25%. I don't even know why that one's here. But wow. Okay. Let's look for the next one we're looking for is Lemonade. Let's get Lemonade going here. So Lemonade, I think, is the last of the bunch. And when does Lemonade report? Oh, it says 5 o'clock. Why do they do an hour later than everyone else? That's pretty lame. So how is Roku doing now in the after hours? Let's take a peek at Roku. We'll go back to the sticks here. Roku. Yeah, Roku's down 7% as well. My gosh. Look at that. Yeah, nice. Okay, so Fastly, Etsy, wrecked. Roku and Uber also getting destroyed here. Lots of rough earnings here. How's BA or EA? Not BA. EA. How's EA flat after a triple B? That just shows you how tentative the market is here. That's crazy. Win, everybody's taking their profits. Win 1.44%. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Yep. Anyway, Robinhood at $72 now. Pretty incredible. Okay. Robinhood, hold on. Wait, what is this? Los Angeles city leaders will consider a proposal to require proof of COVID vaccination as a condition of entry to a host of indoor public spaces, including restaurants, gyms, and sporting events. Wow, that's a start to more of these lockdown fears. Watch my video if you have not yet watched my video. It's called "The Recipe for Disaster." You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's really good. It's like 29 minutes long, but I kid you not, it's so good. It's so good you're gonna want to go to public.com and get yourself a free stock. And you're going to want to go to the link down below and join those amazing courses on building your wealth. Which is funny. Let me see here. I sold off. Well, I did 2 option contract trades today, and in one of them, in my alert to everyone, it's so funny. What did I say? Where was it? Here it is. Yeah, I say that I'm torn on Etsy as to whether or not to take the profits or sell it. So it's like on my radar. I did take advantage of some of the other ones, very profitable. But yeah, I did. I decided to do nothing on Etsy, and I got screwed on that one. But that's okay. Still love Etsy. Yeah, and I can't believe the writing was on the wall. Amazon, Pinterest get smashed. What do you think? Etsy's not going to get smashed? I don't know. Oh well. That's I guess that's called hopium when you're just like I don't know, drunk on hopium, which is very dangerous. But that's why you keep Ben Mala around. Cheers. All right. So AMD calls should cover for Etsy. Yeah. Yeah. And so should the Robin. Honestly, it doesn't matter because the Robinhood purchase has printed so much money at 34.21, plus some pre-market shares that are all beautifully positive. Robinhood's just been insane. I It's ironic, but I have a bigger position in Robinhood than I do in Etsy. Anyway, I'm just nervous about the thing like crashing. So I've been working some strategies on that. But we'll see how much it runs first. Quite frankly, the fact that it's up again, you know, right here, this is incredible. Up again in the after hours. It's so nuts. All right, what else do we have? So then we've got, nothing else really moving big in the after hours. I do wonder if Lemonade decided to just report a little early. Fastly is tanking more. Fastly now down 16.26%. What's BNGO doing? They released their statement, but they're up 2%. Yeah, 2.9%. But anyway, yeah, Fastly falling even more here in the after hours. Yeah, look at that. It's just going a straight kind of line down. And then you've got, what's it called? Well, I take profits on Robinhood. I'm doing something else. It's just as good. Fastly. Oh, Etsy, right. Yeah, I know Etsy got smashed here. At least it's not like accelerating its decline. Watch, as I say that, it just automatically goes. I think a lot of that is algorithmic too. I mean, that was such an instant 1 minute decline. It's kind of like what we saw at Pins. Remember Pins? Where was it? After earnings, where was it? Where was the collapse of Pins? It was last week. Something last week. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here it is. See, look at that. Just an instant. In 1 minute. You know that's algorithmic. Just like that. And then once the algorithm did its job, it still trended down. Actually, quite a bit still trended down. Because the algorithm pushed it down to like $62. And then it just continued trading down to somewhere low of like 56. What are we trading for now? Oh, we're at 60 right now. Anyway. Okay. Do have a, let me see here. Pretty sure I'm going on podcast here. Schwartzley. Let me see here. So I'd be happy to invite y'all over. Let's talk for a few more minutes. Wow, 17.5% here on Fastly. That's incredible. BNGO, yeah, now 4.98%. EA on a triple beat only moved 2%. It's kind of that weird kind of market again, where on a beat you're just not getting as much love, but on a miss you're getting destroyed. Oh, Robinhood dropping a little bit here in the aftermarket. It was up like 2%. Yeah, it's just kind of rotating back down. This could be just normal fluctuations. I don't see anything particularly large here. But anyway, that's what she said. Okay, now 0.72% or whatever. Okay, let me go look to see real quick if Lemonade had by chance reported a little earlier. And let me read some other headlines. No. Okay, Fastly says some clients delayed launch of some products. Some clients have yet to return traffic to platform. Oh, that's bad. Delayed launch of products and yet to return to platform. It's not good, Fastly. What price are they now? Robinhood just went negative. It's kind of what I was worried about, honestly, is that it would just go negative after today because it was such a crazy run. My goodness, it's at 36.85 right now on Fastly. Wow. Yeah, I agree. The good news is baked in, and now people just want to take their tendies when there's any sign of profit left over or any sign of an inflection point. Fastly just got wrecked here. How did Uber do? Uber's down 6%. That's a wreck. Ugh. Not good. Then we have, Etsy's still moving down a little bit. Roku also. I mean, look at all these negatives here. Like, it just makes you wonder, like, is this the start? Is this the beginning of the turn? That's why earnings get so scary. But see here, oh, that's Rocket. Where's Robinhood? There's Hood. Hood now down 0.72%, just below 70 again, although we did trade amongst that pretty frequently. Still waiting for a lemonade. I'm just going to take a lazy peek here. Yeah, no, still nothing. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Then we've got Coinbase slightly down here. DocuSign slightly down. And yeah, Win's only up 1.34-ish on that report. That's crazy. Yeah, just the upside is so limited right now. I think that made it stupid not to sell the Etsy's. But again, they're 2023s, so that's fine. They'll recover. 176 is still good too. The thing ran down to like 130 in May and I bought a bunch of it. So it's like they're all in the money. It's mostly the money because I bought it multiple different times. But anyway, Robinhood, look at this little bounce here at 69.52. Little bounce here, bounce at about 68.57. Not sure I'd be trading it in the after hours, but anyway. So, all right. Well, with that said, I would say please check out the 40% off coupon code link down below. Stop the bullshit. You can bundle up with multiple different programs. I think bundle 4 and 5 are the most popular, followed by bundle 2, in case you wanted to look at those. Then get your free stock with public.com/meetkevin, or use the link down below. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. Oh, please watch that. If you have not yet watched it, type into YouTube, Meet Kevin recipe for disaster. Really good about the shift in this market. All right, folks. Thanks for being here. Love y'all. If you know George Gammon, I'm going to be doing a live stream on his channel in like 5 minutes. So if you want more, or 10 minutes. So if you want more Kevin, go to George Gammon's channel.